bro. Freezing. Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom. Ooh, 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 in your face. Morning motivation on a Monday. Yes, bless. We're all here signing and rising, and it's just cold outside. It's one of those where I got the sun to my back, but my front is warm. And then when I flip, the wind makes my back cold, but then my front gets sunshine. And isn't that it, bro? Let me get away from this conversation. Isn't it always it that we always have people around when we're trying to start, or we can't quit when we're trying to end? And to what end? That's why I'm having this conversation this morning. To what end, bro? To what end do you make your actions? To what end are you trying to see? And to what end, what result will you see after all this action has progressed into something? That's Saints Addiction. I'm Mark Saint. This is the morning marijuana motivation and Saints Addiction, aka mostly Saints. Leg out, let's go. Man, it's not easy. I'm out here trying to warm up on the shine. Not really that many people out here, but it's fucking cold. It's weird because it's been having like a 50-mile-per-hour gust, and it's been windy every morning, so I'm still frozen. My fingers are frozen. My back's are frozen. Everything's cold outside, but it's still got sunshine. That's us. The dichotomy of life, You can do something nice for someone and then evil to someone else, and it's all based on your decisions and perspectives, and how you viewed the situation is going to determine how you respond to the situation. How many people go, I'm a nice person, right? Like, I'm a really nice person, but they're subversively in power, or teachers, lawyers, judges, all these people that are supposed to be fair or in a position of power and can easily be manipulated by power, can easily manipulate others through narcissism. And that's what we want. Nobody wants to be without power, right? You know what I mean? Like, without money, without power, without hope. Nobody wants to be in that position, because we know how that position gets treated. We know that people aren't exactly respectful to ugly people, right? Like, we know that people aren't exactly going to give you the best of them unless money's involved, right? And normally these people are only trying to be your friends to get your power, right? Like, it's like being a actor, and then they think you're dating the starlet so you guys can sell more movies, right? You're only there because this person just got the shine, right? Like, as soon as somebody can get the warmth on them, you're gonna seek it. There's a bunch of gold stealers, not a bunch of gold hunters, right? They're all just trying to fucking either sell the picks and axes, which is an entrepreneur, or they're trying to fucking find it and buy it from you, right? They'll try to steal the gold, right? Like, oh, you found an oil slick? No problem. Let me put a long straw and suck it all dry. Just like there will be blood, right? And there will be blood, bro, in our lives, right? There's blood in the streets. We don't even see it, but it's part of it. And that's what ends up happening. Ryan's on the phone. He's too busy. He's on his smoke break. Good morning, bro. That's my boy. Join Weed Club. And unfortunately, that's what it is. I'll use him as an example. To what end? Smoking a cigarette. He's got bad teeth. They're stained. They're miscolored. And he doubles down by smoking more nicotine, more tobacco, more carcinogens. And there we are, drilling holes in our canoe. And at the time, we said to ourselves, man, I can smell a cigarette all the way over here. We said to ourselves, I just want to chill, right? And chill, to what end? Cost no love, right? Because no lovers want to be around you because you smell like an ashtray, right? No health, right? Because we all know that smoking causes cancer and will eventually kill you and takes time off of your life. And 3, we go into pessimism, right? Well, we don't see that we're being pessimistic. We're cashing in our casino chips thinking we're always going to win. We ain't. We're on borrowed time. Let me just tell you that. Time's undefeated. And I know you think you're cashing in those chips, but when the day comes, 55, 65, 75, and they're going, you got cancer, you're going to be like, but wait, I want to see something. I want to see my grandkids graduate college. I want to see a grandkid be born. I want to experience this next set of life. And turned out you gambled wrong. To what end? You went all in. You went all in on a situation that wouldn't pay you dividends. We do it all the time. I'm just shocked by our behavior all the time. Like, that's why Saints Addiction meant so much to me, because I had to switch up my addictions, bro. I had to sit there and calculate the things and go, how much is masturbation worth it to me? Well, shit, bro. Turns out some dude's really addicted to it. I got Saints Addiction, but I'm also on a mission. Mission quitting my weed. Mission on quitting the porn. Mission on quitting lazy. That was this year's mission, and so far doing so good. I'm doing really good at it, bro. I'm not so jonesing for the weed, you know. I'm still getting my exercise. My body feels nice and tight. The muscles are getting pumped up. We'll see this morning. I don't want to smell any cigarettes, but when he's done, I'll be over there doing some pull-ups and just making my life stronger, my mind stronger, my soul stronger. We got to get strong, because in the end, you'll see that you just gave all your health. Again, it's my favorite commercial, but the kid went to buy some cigarettes, and they were like, that's not enough. And he gave him exact change. And then he was like, oh, here's my teeth. Here's my youth. His skin got bad, and here's my life. And then he just died. And that's us, bro. Pushing it, bro. To what end? We just keep gnawing on it. And I got my little nicotine. But yeah, but then you're a rat. You're smelly. You're in a corner all alone, right? And you're committed to the one thing. And to what end? It's not committed to you, right? It's not committed to you at all. It's like a stripper, bro. She's not committed to you, bro. She's not going to help you make good financial decisions. That's not what's about to happen. And unfortunately, that's what ends up being true. We end up digging holes in our canoe, and we're like, how is that so? Well, let's look at it. From a sensation point of view, right? Being in love is about the equivalent of doing a line of meth. It's going to make you feel amazing the first time. And then you're going to be addicted to it, and then it's going to wear off. Then it's going to be just a habit, a boring little habit that you got to stay on to keep yourself level, not high, not in love, not happy, but just at a basic level. And this is what happens with these levels, right? And I say, to what end? What level are you going to end on? You know what I mean? Because the only level you end on when you're smoking cigarettes is the deathbed. And that's the end. And a lot of us are like that. We'll be like, yo, bro, I just want to fucking have what I want right now. And I'm not worried about the balance of my checkbook at the end, right? And I'm listening to this guy, I forget who it is, I'll shout him out when I remember, but he was literally talking about just, money. And this guy's a money advisor. He's talking about people that get in relationships, and someone's a provider, or somebody's an earner, or somebody's an avoidant. And there's people that are like that. Both have their downfalls, both have their upside. Here we go. So the avoider, they live in a magical world. Oh, you're just good at it. Go ahead, balance the checkbook. And I really don't know how much money I have in savings, and I really don't know how much debt I'm in, you know? I have no clue. Therefore, I live in a mystical world. I think there's three things, because one of them's the magician or something. There's the avoidant, and then there's the magician that just believes in magic, money magic, or girl math, or you just ask and somebody will provide. It doesn't go to the person that lives in the spreadsheet. That person is sitting there loving the spreadsheet, but forgetting the moment and to live in the moment. So you got a person that's on the extreme side, where even if you give them $100 bill, they will not spend it on themselves. They rather spend it on someone they love or a present, but on themselves, they're like, did you know that if you put $100 in our S&P 500 and you get all the, what's it called? What do you call that? Compound interest, that it will be worth this much later? They forgot to live in the moment. They forgot that there are people that are alive, that time is going by, and they had a mandate to spend that $100, and they refused to, right? They refused to leave the box inside the spreadsheet, and they're forgetting to live, right? And then the other person is living a little too much, and they don't even want to look at it. They don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to do the calculations. They don't want to live in reality. They rather live in dystopia or a fake reality and just say, hey, girl math, right? I remember the one guy's like, I don't even want you on my show. That young chubby kid that does everybody's finances. And she kept saying, girl math, girl math, girl math. And he's like, what the fuck is that, bro? No such thing. And that's what it is. There's no such one person solves all situation. A lot of people get in relationships and they don't know which one they are. They don't know if they're the provider. They don't know if they're the spender. They don't know which one they are in the relationship. And I don't know why this person is stopping. I've literally almost walked 200 yards now. I'm going to have to be near them and their dog because they don't want to move. Yeah, get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. It's whole ass park. Why do people have to be near? But anyway, yeah, have no fear. Yeah, bro, you see me? Why are you still walking? Fuck, so close. Some people's kids. But anyway, we're those kids. We're these kids that do these things with no end in sight. There's no goal in it. And that's what I liked about the Harvard professor, or wasn't the Harvard professor, it was the other guy. He's a financial guy. I can't remember his name. There are too many of these dudes. Bald guy with glasses, very sarcastic and funny. But he was saying to his kids, like, look, bro, the dream is better than the reality, because in reality, we got to run the numbers. And if you aren't in the 10%, and I mean the top 10% for rapping, clothing, whatever the fuck it is you're trying to compete in, you're going to have to run the math on it. And me, I didn't run the math on Saints Addiction. I didn't run the math on clothing. It was just a low barrier to entry. I was creative, and it helped me start businesses, right? So at first I was a retailer, yeah, but I wasn't making any money. Showing up every first Friday for years, not making no money. Actually, it just cost me money to set up all that energy, and it's foolhardy. You think it's gonna hit. It's kind of like gambling, right? You're like, next pool, bro. Next pool is gonna be different, homie. And nothing changes if nothing changes. And that's why I stopped smoking weed, because I knew what would happen to me. I would just be satiated, and I get my goal. That's all I want is my gold. Not a goal, my gold. I want the gold. And that's what we do. We go inside of ourselves and we just go, give me my quick fix. Let me be a narcissist. Let me just fix things with bandages and not actually go deep and change my behavior or my expectations. I'm going to let everybody else figure it out. And like, to what end? Say you go it alone, bro. What's it like being alone? Well, let me explain it to you. It's very sad being on the top of the world, traveling the world by myself, and seeing sights that I never thought I would see, and doing things that I never thought I would do. And I got friends like that too. Right now, I'm thinking of one girl, specifically a French girl, who's traveled to probably 200 plus countries out of the 260, but she's always alone in the photos. She never has a man or love in her life. She's too moving around. She's too committed to the travel to have something significant. And that's unfortunate, but it's true. And you got to ask yourself, to what end? Why am I doing this? Well, I'm doing this so I feel alive. Okay. To what end? Have you felt alive yet? When's it enough chocolate cake? When are you going to stop masturbating? Did you masturbate and then need to masturbate again? To what end? And this is why you're having Saints Addiction. This is why we're having this conversation. You see mushrooms here? Because that ends my ego. It breaks it up. Next day I have empathy, and I want to hug people, and I see the sunrise in a different light. It's just all better. It's an uptake. It's not a blast off like a cocaine high, where now all of a sudden I'm chasing it. I'm in the corner again, chewing on it by myself. And that's when you know you're not doing it right? Masturbating by yourself, you're not doing it right. Doing drugs by yourself, still not doing it right. You know what I mean? Like, we are doing it right because it's to our own satisfaction. It's to our own ego. It's to our own end, and it's ending us. We're doing things just to end the pain or end the situation or just fix the topic right now, except for it's not fixing shit. It's cover up, and it's makeup, and it's making up for the lack of character and aesthetics and all the other things that you wish you had. It's gone, and you can't get it back. Just like me, when I smoke my weed, it's going to take me a minute to get back to clarity. Motivated Juice on Instagram. It takes a minute to get back on track, bro, because you throw your brain out of whack. You throw those chemicals around and those chromosomes and those what's the other things called? the things in us, 52 hormones, and you're in there just going like, who am I? Who am I? Am I the creature that just goes to slaughter and follows the cow in front of me, and next thing I know, they just shoot a rod through my forehead and it's over? Is that what we're doing? We're just in between the lines, just trying to exist on the Friday night and Saturday night? To what end, bro? Why do you only get paid every twice a month? Yeah. To what end, bro? Why aren't you paid weekly? Why are these things in someone else's control? And why aren't you in yourself, your own control? Like, this is the biggest part. And you go into it and you go like, what was I doing it for? You know, what was my reason why, right? Why do I get up and do this every morning? Because it gets my mind right, because people tell me not to quit, and because I made a decision to always get back. This is Saintsgiving. This is my tap in. This is my reason to get out of the house. It's my reason to get exercise, and it's my reason to get right with my mind. And it isn't easy, right? But it's easy for me. I mean, fuck, dude, I'm only walking. And I need to exercise anyway, and my hands would have been cold, and my mind likes to run 1,000,000 miles a minute anyway, so might as well talk 1,000,000 miles a minute and get it out. But that's what the end is for. At the end, I have almost 3,000 videos, you know, almost 1,500 followers, you know, I'm almost there to my 10,000 subs, so I can get the merch shelf and start selling the shirts. But other than that, nobody watches my show. To what end? A self-service, maybe. To what end? Online diary, a daily diary, a vlog, as the ex called it. It's a vlog. Who calls it a vlog, bro? It's alive, and I'm alive. And as long as I'm alive, I get to be in this driver's seat of this life and say, where do I want to push it? Where do I want to push my mentality? Where do I want to push my business? How do I want to reinforce myself? And this will be a next episode, but, you know, positive reinforcement, saying like, hey, I know that I just made some money from the conventions, and part of me wants to spend it, buy a trip and just take off. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't you show yourself some financial restraint? Why don't you learn how to save? You know what I mean? Why is it every dollar that comes into my account, I spend it all? And then I go run back like a slave and chew on something, cocaine, nicotine, work, hours, all of it, just so I can get it back. You know it, I know it. And then there you are, trapped. You had so much fun that Friday and Saturday, but now it's back to Monday, you're still hungover, and you gotta perform. It's like, what the fuck just happened? Well, I fucking exchanged 6 days, 5 days, 5 days in a work week. So I exchanged 5 days for 1 day or 2 days. You know, 5 to 2 is not really a good payout. If I give you $2 for every $5 you gave me, you'd be bad. You'd be paying double. And that's what we do. Slow us down, cost us double. And that's all that our habits will do. Show me your habits, and I'll show you the person. It's not their circumstance. It's not their coincidence. It's literally our character. And in our character, we defined it a long time ago when we were 8 years old. We built this whole house for emotional stability. And now we're full-on adults. I'm 45, lived half of my life, and I still have things that I'm not accountable for. I still have things that I like to hide away from. And to what end? Oh, it doesn't matter. I just want to have fun now. I'll balance my checkbook later. Here, take my credit card. And I'm a lay down. You know what I mean? Most salespeople are. What? $50,000 for a new swimming pool? Love it. Get it to me, right? I earned so much that I don't have to discipline myself, right? You know, I won't have to discipline my checkbook or my mind or my spending habits. I'll just earn more. And it's not enough. It'll never be enough, you know? It's always going to be deficits and national debt. And I was hearing something with your boy that we won't pay down our $33 trillion of debt that we owe in the world, which is a huge sum. You just earn more. That's all he said. We need to do more business with AI and robotics, your boy Jeff Bezos. And he was just saying, then the percentage of GDP and debt becomes smaller because we out-earned it. He literally doesn't want anybody to change their spending habits. He wants everybody to buy everything from him. He lives off of consumerism. Bro, go back to your $600 million wedding, bro. you've left reality. And I'm sure somebody will shoot you for it too. Jeff Bezos, watch your back. It all happens to all of us. So this is what we do. You know, we do it to ourselves. We got no one else to blame. And we do it under false pretenses that the end will be the same. Like we think that, you know, we can continue on doing what we're doing and expecting different results is the definition of insanity, right? Plastic Pocket Challenge. You know, that we wouldn't have to change anything. The world has to change around us. But I got news for you. This sun here doesn't go around us, okay? We go around it. We go around the universe. We go around spirit. You can only lie to yourself and others for so long. And then eventually we find out, what? You know, she died and she had 18 dildos in her closet? No fucking way, bro. Yeah, bro, that happened. Or, I can't believe he died alone with $1 million and gave it to his dog. Yeah, bro, that happened. And you can't believe how some of these people live. You know what I mean? You'll look at someone's on a Hoarders or something and you'll be like, I can't believe that happened. And then you find out that their child died and they didn't want to lose anything, so they kept every pizza box in this bitch, right? You know, there's something for all of us. You know, to what end? I don't know, man, until I stop feeling lonely inside or until I stop feeling sad. And usually that never happens, right? Like, just to be honest, like, especially if you're covering it up, it ain't gonna go away. Like, your child's not gonna come back to life and start participating, and you might have to deal. How many people have a storage unit out there? They don't want to deal. They don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't blame them. You know, your mom died, you put it all in storage, you pay the monthly note, you really don't need the shit, but you don't really want to deal with it. And there's so many of those closets, there's so many of those dark areas, and it's not just the shadow work, but it's literally our habit work, because like, this is why he gave him goals, bro. You need numerical goals, because there's fool's gold, right? Chasing full-hearted things that take up all your time. I'm looking at 10, 15 years of trying to make Saints Addiction a worldwide brand, and I barely made a dent. I barely get any sales. I don't have any sales at all. Retail's a dead business, but I would have thought, no, my spirit will chase it, and I will improve as long as I get a chance. And, you know, foolhardy, instead of being like, okay, this is a fool's errand, right? I keep rolling the ball up the hill, the rock up the hill, only for it to roll back down. And that's a decision, right? Like, to keep going in that direction, holding that position, expecting it to move out of the way like the rock, and it only just rolls right back down the hill, only for you to repeat it again. So the Greeks were alive, man. They really were. They were alive enough for us to say, hey, these are the things that we do in our lives, you know? These are the weird idiosyncrasies that affected all of us. They make up stories and constellations and stories for the gods and Herculean efforts and tributes and all these things. Hell, man, we might even have to do a couple goats and cows to sacrifice to the gods, as long as our brains tell us that we're doing something for ourselves or for a better outcome instead of an actual measurable goal. Then we'll chase it. We'll chase it like a child wants his lollipop. We don't care that the sugar's killing our teeth. We don't care that it's giving us a buzz. We don't care that sugar is probably the #1 drug, literally. And there it is. And we're just like, well, I mean, it didn't hurt me right now, did it? And yeah, sure, staying on the TikTok, it didn't hurt you right now, but it does take out of your paycheck, doesn't it? That paycheck of your time on your pay stubs, like taxes at the end, when you're all time to pay up and life is over, and you're gonna be like, wait, I want more time. And I'm like, yeah, but you spent 80 days of your life, almost 3 months solid of being on TikTok. Gotta dock you, bro. Sorry. And then, oh shit, you had an opportunity to be in love, but you kept playing video games. So I tell my friend all the time, my best friend, bro, stop playing video games. Bill Gates has a big enough mansion, right? To what end? Like, there is no end. In video games, they'll take all your fucking time and money. You can buy skins. You can buy the extension. You get the extension cord. Maybe your controller lights up. To what end? You know what I mean? I had a friend who said he put hundreds of thousands of dollars in a car to make it all speed up and the turbo, and then it got into a car accident. To what end? All this effort, all this money, all of us are struggling to fucking get ahead, and we fucking drill holes in our own canoe. We go back in dread and we just go like, oh, it's impossible. Oh, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? Like, I'm someone else to blame. But there's no one to blame because you got fleeced. You know what I mean? Like, that's the snow job, bro. That you're so entertained by Elvis Presley shaking his hips that you forgot that you spent $500 on the ticks. Bruh. And that's what it is, bruh. We're all in this together. And I hate to say it, but it's just true, man. We got something in front of us, and if they build it, it's for you. Right? Like, you could say, oh man, I'm so focused. And then it comes to like travel or something, right? You got to go traveling. And then you're going to be like, yep, here's my credit card. And we throw these credit cards at the person that's working the counter like, bitch, go ahead. Swipe away. I don't want to be in dread. I want to be out of here. Anywhere but here, I think was the mentality or whatever the person was saying. They were saying that like, just get me out of here. Just get me out of my mind. So that doesn't mean if I have to do crack to hurt myself later, I just need to feel good right now. And that's all we're trying to do. Self-medicate. We're all just trying to feel good inside. We're all trying to find the happy. And I'm just here to tell you, it comes from different sources. Like, it's just that. Like, you can get some fake happy for sure. Synthetic happy everywhere, bro. You can just rub it on and it'll rub off and then it'll wear off. And then you'll be like, why did I spend money on it? Because someone was trying to sell you on it, bro. I'm a salesperson. I'm telling you right now, everybody in those commercials usually got great teeth, but they're smoking a cigarette. Wrong, they're lying. Or, oh, they're all skinny, but they're all drinking. Wrong, they're lying. You know what I mean? Or, nothing bad happened after this binge drinking. No one got raped or had sex with someone they didn't want to, or got their feelings hurt and started arguing, or domestic violence. Nothing to see here, folks. How many times, what percentage do you believe that domestic violence and alcohol are related? I'll wait. Then again, I won't. Life's not waiting for you to figure it out. So it's your job to get up your knowledge. It's your job to give up your habits. It's your job to figure it out. Figure it out. And that's what we do around here. You just got to figure yourself out, because everyone else is trying to do the same. And they're going insane trying to do it. Like I told my friend Jenny Face, I said, why are you still going to the same grocery stores? No wonder why you don't meet anybody new. Everything on your stuff is the schedule. She's one of those control freaks that lives inside of the spreadsheets. And it's like, as soon as it's time to get out of your mind, she has a tough time. She stays panty locked. She's trying to see a spiritual mentor for meditation. And I'm sure she's trying to quit cigarettes, and all three are further away than ever it can be. And it's just like, welcome to human life, bro. Welcome to our human condition, where we have conditioned ourselves with positive or negative reinforcement to act the way that we are. And to what end? There it is. Like, what happens? Let's fast forward it real quick before I get off the show. What happens when you smoke cigarettes for 15 years straight? What do you think is going to happen at the end of that journey? Let's walk through it. What happens after you spent 15 years on retail, not selling anything, and now it's time to pivot and do Intersect.ai? I talk to myself, What happens when girlfriends, teammates quit and things explode right in front of you? Are you going to get back up and start swinging? These are the questions that need to be asked. This is what needs to be done. Because if you walk your way through it and you actually do the math, you see that part of you has your ego talking to you. Part of that is not your amigo, will lead you astray. Like, hey, yeah, let's just waste your life on be a rapper. My buddy, he was 8 years old when he told me that. By the time he was 13, 5 years later for a 13-year-old. Nah, man, I want to be a chef. We chase it all, man. We chase it all. So, hey, find something that you need to sink your teeth into. Find the right addiction. This is Saint's addiction. Find your mission. And then I agree with you to wholeheartedly bite into it. And I see a dog out here too without an owner or a leash. But we ain't trying to bite into me. And I'm going to go bite into, I don't know if you see the dog, but I'm going to go bite into these pull-ups, bro. because it makes me stronger. And even if it's just me holding on for resistance, it works on my muscles and my mind. So I keep doing it to that end, to the end that it gives me. I hear for every hour you work out, you get 3 hours more in your life. That's what end I want. I want more time. Like everyone, we all want something, maybe a quick fix, maybe quick gratification. Man, I want it to last so long. I searched it all over the globe and even further inside myself to find it. And that's what we're having this morning, is that light on the inside. I got summer on the inside. Dun, 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 dun. Peace and love. And as always, Chigaton. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, subscribe. The other side of your fears, the other side of your excuses, the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be with my Saint Shades, my Saint Slides, and my Saints Addiction. Peace on the other side. Later. Mostly Saints on Instagram.